welcome to today's NorthXshow Quickie. Coming to you today from, let's just say some back roads north of my hometown of Valley City. Some snow-covered back roads, but it's kind of, I guess it's kind of scenic, kind of picturesque. So I figured I'd flip the camera on now so you could enjoy some of the sights of where I live. Kind of wondering today where to go, based on everything that happened last week with the school shooting in Connecticut. Wow, what a tragedy! And of course, everybody is pretty wound up. I mean, understandably, on the whole issue of guns and all that. Everybody's got something to say about it from one side or the other, and I think that in the end that's good. I think talking about it is good. And I'm not going to come here and try and impart any wisdom, because I don't have any. I don't know any more than anybody else does. And I'm certainly not going to sit here and try and give you my ideological point of view. I try to keep everything straight in my mind based on the founding documents and what this country means, and try to make that line up with stuff. And then on the flip side of that, there's the emotional side of it, where you've got 20 dead little kids, and that rips your heart apart thinking about that. And so I guess the only way I can, I'm just going to, I guess, ask a couple questions today, maybe get some input from you guys on that part of it. Did guns just become deadly in the last 20 years? There's a lot of talk about assault weapons and stuff like that. But did they just become deadly now, or have they been deadly for years? Because, I go back to the 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever. You go back and look at, the whole Al Capone era. Look at the amount of mass killings that took place back then. Granted, the guns weren't as advanced as they are now, but they were advanced enough to do a lot of killing. So I got to ask myself, could this tragedy that happened today, and by today I mean in this age, 2012, could that have happened back in the 20s, 30s? And the answer I come up with is sure it could have. And so that kind of makes me, again, wonder, okay, then where's the problem? Why are we seeing this take place now? What's the problem? Is it the availability of guns, or is it something societal? Or maybe it's both. I don't know the answer to that. But I got to lean a lot towards society. Something in our psyche, societally, is broken. It has to be. Because it just doesn't make sense that now we see this increase of school shootings and weird, just weirdness. And again, the guy was a basic psychopath, a nut job, mentally unstable. That's the only type of person that could ever commit such a heinous act. It's just really awful to think that it even happened. But I guess, and then on the flip side of that, I go back and forth. Okay, maybe we need to just ban all guns, because really that's the only way this works. If we're going to go at it from the gun angle and not the societal angle, then the only way it works is to truly just get rid of all guns completely. And I don't even know, as a supporter of the Second Amendment, that might even work. I don't know. I really don't know at this point. But one thing I do know, and I guess this is the only thing I can really take away from this whole awful tragedy, is how does it affect me in my personal life? What does it do to me? And what it does is it makes me think about my 3 kids, and it brings into the forefront of my mind that life is really fragile, and life is most times shorter than it should be. And you got to make the most out of every day. And I'm not saying, quit your job and just throw caution to the wind and do whatever. But I am saying, those moments that you have with the people that you love, you gotta make the absolute most of that time, because in a blink of an eye, it's over. It's over. And it's rough. As a parent, my heart absolutely goes out to those people in Connecticut who lost their little kids. The absolute, and I know that is what that is what's driving this conversation that's taking place in our country right now. Is that uh, high emotional charge that we're all feeling, all of us, no matter which side of the political spectrum or what ideology we have. That emotion is in each and every one of us now, and it's coming out in a lot of ways. And where it's going to end, I don't know, but I'd like to find out what you think. I'd like to hear some input from you guys out there. So the email address, northxshow@gmail.com. That's northxshow@gmail.com. Hey everybody, thanks for listening.